All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to MLG TV. We're actually about to start off the first map between Mythic and Complexity, with Mythic starting off on T side. This is brought to you by Alpha Draft, your online fantasy esports for Counter-Strike Go. We do have XP3, Anger, Devilwalk, Pit, and Lex for the CT side. And for Complexity, we have Roka, Simphis, Valence, Automatic, and Sanks, with actually B spawns to start here, Dust.
Yeah, we are going to see Automatic taking this bomb over towards the B side of the map here with Sanks and 10 as Roka in his classic long A position. So did a lot, but look at this. XP3's already found the headshot kill on the Simphis up mid. That's a big kill to get to kick things off on the pistol, just using that range advantage to actually take down Simphis at distance. That was crazy stuff.
So a 5-on-4 now, but the bomb is still working slowly right now at lower B. It's in the hands of Automatic. Stanks is watching the flank, and I think at this point they're going to try to pinch and take control of this middle. But look how aggressively Pitt was actually pushed out at the beginning. But he's going to fall back now, as I think he was being shot just a little bit. Yeah, he's tagged down to 81, decides to fall back into the site, where they're more going to play a 1-2-2, supporting more towards that middle, and then switching back to a default. So you're seeing some aggressive rotates coming around from Mythic so far in this pistol.
And XP3 has the priority to hold mid, but he's definitely leaning more towards the B side. He knows the mid to B split is definitely possible from here, or just a heavy Cat hit, and he just wants to kind of be able to float. Now that he sees him beginning to work up Cat, maybe he'll cross over, but they haven't, really done much. They're still just kind of sitting here. So XP3 is just kind of waiting to see what they're going to do. Now Complexity will make their way up Cats. XP3 will begin to rotate through CT spawn, and Pit will have to hold from the site.
Yeah, just because there's not much time left. So Pit is going to have to hold his nice counter flash coming in from Anger for him to set up. Now XP3 coming down the elevator as well. Here comes the trades coming through, and it's going to be the 1-minute advantage into the side so far for Mythic, but retaliated back by Sanks, and he's not going to be the last man standing inside the site. The bomb is down, 15 seconds left on the clock. He's at least going to try to get this bomb plant down, but Anger is just around the corner here, still dancing around towards long. He's forced to let go of the plant, but at least Lex is going to pick it up, and Mythic is actually going to take the first round.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was actually going to go a little bit better for Complexity. When they got up Cat Pit, he wasn't really connecting his shots there on the A platform at first, and so, I thought that was definitely going to be a chance there for Complexity to break through, but XP3, rotating from CT spawn, able to get his second kill of the round in Anger, and Lex on the rotation also able to get in there and get the job done. So Complexity doesn't even get the bomb plant, so they'll just force up what they can this round with the armor, the scout, and some upgraded pistols, as Complexity is just going to gear up with a lot of numbers in the lower B tunnels, and it could be one of those fast mid to B explodes that you can, expect on rounds like this, given the force buy.
Yeah, I think another thing as well for Complexity that last round was when they tried to pinch back towards that middle, they were trying to get a trade towards the other side, as they usually do have a two-man stack for CT side for Mythic there. But as they didn't get a kill and not much time left on the clock, they had to go for that Hail Mary on Catwalk and hopefully get the upper hand, but they did not, unfortunately. Now Sanks, who was scouting so far here, or who is still scouting for Complexity, was spotted by Anger on the other side, but they are trying to take control of this middle again. But Anger's going to get the opening kill, tags it up for a double onto Valence. Double walk as well, pushing through, and they are just closing in at lower B as well. And Complexity simultaneously gets picked off at that middle area.
Yeah, I mean, before they could even really do whatever it is they were thinking about trying, Anger just pretty much caught him with the FAMAS with 2 quick frags, and we had some other players from Mythic follow suit there with the cat aggression, so they really didn't even get started on whatever it is they were hoping to accomplish there, as Mythic just completely disrupts it. So it's going to be the 2-0 start here for Mythic. Complexity pretty much on a full save at this point now, just to make sure they get their full by next round, and will have to scout at mid, takes care of Valence already, and now Complexity will just hop off of Cat and just try to attack into this mid.
It's the Hail Mary. They're just starting the P250s, no smokes, no flashes. At least to get the first kill onto Lex, but if they try to cross more forward there, they're going to get picked off there towards that CT spawn, and this is actually very smart for them to fall back into the doors, because now it's going to be a weak hold inside B. Can Devilwalk hold it? UMP drops the first, a second one, a third, back to the P250, nice flash coming through, gets the quad kill, and holds out this B bomb site, and it is now shut down by Devilwalk.
Yeah, so Devilwalk is holding his ground there inside the B bomb site, just putting a stop to Complexity's rerouting that they had to do after things didn't quite work out the way they wanted to over towards middle. And so that's the 3-0 start there from Mythic. And curious to see how Complexity plays his T side. Automatic used to be an entry fragger on this team when they were called Nylum when he was playing with Valence a while back. But lately he's been put in more of a lurking position. But this is the map where Roka really likes to play that solo long A and all the teams he's played on in the past. So I'm curious to see if Automatic will just be more part of the entry pack with Sanks and Simphis, which seems to be the case. They're putting Roka out in solo position. I think this is a much better way to use this lineup.
And this is one thing you guys will have to get used to right now, because if you look at the scoreboard, it is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for Mythic, which is the Care Bear countdown. Back
You
with
had
the
to
gun
do it.
round, of course. Back with the gun round here for complexity. They are going to try to take this cat control one more time and hopefully get a pick out at middle this time. But the XP3 usually, who was getting that round before, decides to support more towards long with the AWP. So seems at this point, Mythic are really playing much towards spawns of how they want to set up their position. They are going for a default 2-1-2, but I guess they just, whoever gets the better aggression and the better spawns to hold up towards that long first. Now Pit dropping the first one as they are trying to capitalize on this catwalk for complexity. They are dropping into the spawn. They drop the Opera at the same time towards long, so XP3 is now down. Anger will have to hold towards long. He will soon come to a head-to-head against Roka, who's creeping up right now at the dumpster. Meanwhile, the bomb is planted. He gets the insta-dink. That's a flick shot right there. That hurt the wrist, but he doesn't get the kill. Spots one inside the bomb site. The rest of his team, though, is closing in up on that elevator, so Valence is going to have to hold it back. Meanwhile, Roka has finally fallen down, and they are closing in, and this is an easier retake, as it never really took down Pit.
Yeah, I mean, Pit is their main rotator on the A side of the map. Obviously, Anger's going to be kind of their anchor on the A side, usually going to be at long A inside the pit. You know, he did his job to stay alive. He even caught the lurk from Roka late in the round, so, you know, mission accomplished for Anger. But it was really Pit, like I said, being that main guy, floating between the sites, putting up a good defense with those 3 kills. And XP3 even, you know, he's the guy with the job. He's going to be watching that cat crossover, and he delivered 1 frag there. So, you know, at least getting something out of it, as now complexity are just going to be on a force spot. They got the bomb plant that round, so they can afford to get something out here, but they are pretty low on utility. Just a molly and a smoke, and then Valence on just the Galil, so they're definitely pressed for equipment, but they're going to try to make it work anyway.
Yeah, let's see if we can get this pick towards that middle, but the trade comes through. Pit takes the upper hand, but Valence is still going to try to come through, and now he's just going to hold it for now. That last smoke that they had in their hands, he's going to use it for CT spawn. They're going to try to pinch into the B-bomb side, but Devil Walk says no with the M4. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 4 in favor of Mythic. Now make that a one-man standing, spam through the smoke by Anger through the CT spawn. And now it is actually 5 unanswered rounds, at least to get the bonus money here of $3,500. They could go for a 4th buy if they want to with Galils, but I think they're just going to opt for pistol armor here, Dust.
$3,400, Vansilli.
34, what did I say?
The 3,500.
Oh, my bad, 34, yeah, that's what I meant. It's been a
You
while.
said 3,400 plus 2 decoy grenades.
What?
I was making a reference to a Reddit post where they thought we should do economy, say it cost 90-something decoy grenades. Did you see that?
No, it
Oh, it was really funny. Anyway, for your subreddit fans out there who saw that a couple of days ago, I decided to throw you a little bit of a shout out, as we are going to see complexity pretty much on the force buy here. They do get some tech nines and an AK out, and they have made their way out long A. They did catch the anchor that is Anger out. They used kind of this neat little smoke wall to isolate the pit to where they couldn't get spotted from the A site while they went for that kill on Anger. That's something that I've seen Navi and Virtus Pro do a lot in the European scene. It's kind of rare to see it, so kind of cool to see Complexity break it out. But I know Simphis is really a big student in the game watching those European teams, so I'm sure he had some say in that.
Yeah, they actually only went for a pistol buy here, Dust. That AK they picked off was that aggressive push by Anger, who thought that he was going to be there. Ate a bullet straight from Roka with that deagle. Sanks does have small armor, though, but he bought as a team. He has pretty much the same economy they're going on there. And now they utilize that AK in the hands of Roka to go long range against XP3, and that is the A site. A little bit weakened, but not enough time for them on the rotation. Now, because of that, going with only a pistol buy, they have no smokes to go for that cross, and they're just getting picked off easily there by Pit. It is open season. Last man standing is Semphis, drops 2, but then leaves it on a 1 versus 1. So this is actually a pretty decent save for complexity. They only went for the pistol buy, and again, like I said, Saints had the small armor there.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate for them because Mythic already has so much money from winning the previous 5 rounds in a row. So, yeah, they did force some rebuys, but, I mean, look, there's still so many guys with a lot of money. There are a couple of guys low, though, so at least they've set something in motion to maybe force a save at some point, but they're going to have to win 2 or 3 rounds in a row before they've really forced Mythic into that situation. As Roka in his long A position, that's what he's done pretty much his whole career in this game. Does get out to Blue Bin, doesn't find anything, but he gets out with relatively little damage dealt to him, as the rest of Complexity is staging up for some type of cat hit for now.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to boost up and already catch him be blind, but he does manage to get the first kill and a second one. The bomb is down. They're pushing to their smoke. They're going to be able to take him down. XP3 is going to try to get the op shot. Semphis clearing it out. Oh, the op shot missed by XP3 from the elevator, though, so they do have the A control. Now, can he hold it long enough? Roka does get the kill onto XP3, so they do get control of A side. They do get the bomb plant, but Devil Walk and Lex already both together on the catwalk and close here for the retake. Counter smoke coming through, though, from that Goose area. And there you go. They're going to try to maul it, forcing automatic out, but they're going to get picked off easily here. Nice positioning by Sempis. Gets a 3K with that AWP. Now, we mentioned this before here, Dust, at the same time, that both of these teams are actually stronger on the CT side. So I don't think we should discount complexity right now into this game. They pick up a few. I think we're going to see a closer game moving on to the second half. And especially now that Mythic, though, is still showing a strong dominance as they have a 61% advantage here on Cisco Lounge.
Right, I mean, we're just going to have, you know, Roko finally getting a little bit of success at long A, but also Sempis just did well at the op of Catwalk that round. So good round all in all from complexity. They finally get one on the board, but can they string together a couple in a row? That's the big question, but the aggression from Mythic on Cat gets the initial pick, and Automatic gets caught at long A this round as well.
Two of them are at lower B. Valence at least tries to even it up, at the mid ramp. Is able to take down XP3. Now they're going to take control of that middle once again, but seeing such an aggressive push up on that Catwalk in mid, middle should now be open, and they are committing towards this area to go for the 3-man push into the B bomb site. Meanwhile, the site is actually clear. Devilwalk actually walked towards lower B instead, and now they're going to have to play the retake. It's not so bad. They'll get a bomb plant down, but this could be a good moment for them to also reset the economy of complexity.
They shouldn't have Devilwalked his tons, and they did just spot him. I mean, they see that his name's still on the scoreboard. They know he's a B player, so they were kind of aware. That's why they put the smoke down. And so Devilwalk just have to kind of wait it out. And Roka's already found Anger, but we're having trades here evenly, so it's still a 2-on-2 where Devilwalk's waiting for that smoke to dissipate so they can retake together.
They're going to have to move quickly, though, and because of that, they're able to focus more towards that double doors. They do take down Pit at that B bomb side doors. Devilwalk does make it a 1 versus 1. He's trying to clear out, has no idea that Valence was holding towards that car the whole time inside the closet. Gets the kill. 6-2 is now our score, with complexity adding 2 in a row.
Yeah, I think Mythic just kind of engaged in too much a little bit there outside B, and Devilwalk never really had a chance to get in and help his team because he's still trapped behind the smoke, so maybe they just needed to wait a little bit longer for Devilwalk to really be able to get out there and help them, and so the retake just didn't work out. So complexity strings together a couple in a row, and because of that, they will be gifted the fact that Mythic will have to take a save this round. It's going to give them a little bit of a chance to start closing the gap on the scoreboard here.
They're going for the aggressive cat push one more time, but Valence is already posted up. Sanks also at lower B, and they're getting dropped 1 by 1, just like Flies at mid double doors as well. And Valence is going to add a few more to the count, getting a trip kill here. Anger now peeking out, but he is saved by Sanks there, and it is a 2-man show for complexity against that eco.
Yeah, I mean, as you stated, it was just Mythic trying to do a little bit of something special, just trying to push Cat, trying to gamble, which is all you really can do when you're on a save round like that to give yourself a chance, and complexity just catching on to it, though, not really allowing that surprise play to have any real impact, and so complexity will string together 3 in a row here. They're starting to get a little bit closer to Mythic now, starting to turn into a bit better of a game where at first Mythic seemed like they were getting a little bit of landslide going, but now complexity has responded in good fashion.
So they do seem to take lower B very often here for complexity. I know they want to prevent a push towards Catwalk, but this time they don't really have support from the back of the middle. That could be dangerous there for complexity, but that middle, a nice nade coming in from the other side, though. That's going to hit automatic down to 54%, but taking this mid control is actually key on this map usually, and they have simultaneous kill doubles there towards that Catwalk and also towards B, but they are going to try to commit towards this B bomb site.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just getting picks all across the map, really, and now we do have Automac trying to hold off the rotation, but Pitt, he's been so good this game thus far, he finds it, but it's still a 2 versus 3. It's still in favor of complexity as they are putting this bomb down. We know how difficult this B bomb site can be to retake, especially when you're a man down, but Mythic, they're going to go for it.
They're going to try to jump through. The flames and anger had Roka actually blinded and takes him down, puts it on 2 versus 2, and now a nice flick shot by Pitt onto Valence, making it a 2 versus 1. And Pitt, once again, you see nothing but his name on the scoreboard so far. A 4-to-1 ratio in terms of kill and deaths, and this guy is unstoppable so far on CT side.
Also, Anger pulling a little bit of Dragon Force maneuver there through the window.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Through the fire and the flames, you know? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got it now.
You got it.
I had the song running through my head, but then I tried to figure out what was the illusion of it. But
if you would have sung it while Anger was running through the window, that would have been...
No,
I don't think you can really sing it. It's just like epic guitar and
I just
drums,
came back to
CEVO-TV,
CEVO and MLG TV, or I just started here. I don't want to already get fired.
Oh, okay. We know you're a good singer, man. You got the voice.
Man.
That could be your thing. But
we'll karaoke one day.
Okay, but yeah, definitely Pitch has been doing good here. He's already got 16 frags in 10 rounds played. He's well out in front here, so definitely doing his job, especially I thought that retake was pretty much impossible, but somehow they make it work there. But good response from complexity to get the opening pick, but Anger You know, Stout out here at Pit is able to equalize it pretty much immediately. And
Yep.
he'll also find Roka, so well done.
Perfect. That gives a chance for XP3 to just focus here on the op towards the elbow, but he's blinded himself. They are trying to take over the same bomb site. They managed to get the kill onto Lex at elevator, but they have not committed in yet. There's nothing but flashes and flashes and flashes. As if XP3 actually was wearing a t-shirt, they will be blinded with his flashes. Anger, last man standing 2 versus 1 as Valence and Sanks are still going to work despite all that. Despite all the flashes and holding back towards the elbow, the other guys just can meet up with XP3 to hold this A bomb site, and that's a great take by compLexity.
Yeah, I mean, Pitt, kind of the main A rotator, not able to get anything done that round. He got him taken out, and despite the fact that Anger did a pretty good job holding down long A, they just couldn't handle that cat pressure that compLexity was putting onto them. And so compLexity will get themselves another round, as money has been reset for Mythic, as they did win that crazy retake on B, but then they immediately lost, so they're going to be forced to save here, and this is going to give compLexity more room to work with as Lex peeks into B, only to find the Opposynthus.
Well, the big mistake there was that he tried to go for a shoulder peek, but he walked shoulder, so an easy pick off, and they're all getting dropped one by one once again. At least they managed to get 1 kill so far, and who else but Pitt to get that frag. He's currently sitting at 17-6. Anger finally just joined the double digits the last round before, so he's going to need some help here from XP3. XP3 doesn't seem to have a chance, be having a chance actually to be able to use that op to his advantage and help out the CT side.
And that's really big because we've seen compLexity putting a lot of pressure on Cat, and the main weapon you really have on Dusty on the CT side to prevent that is having that op on the corner, being able to catch that crossover. But as you already mentioned, he's been having a little bit of a rough time this game. He's had the op a couple of times, but hasn't really been able to do much with it. I think, you know, on all the times I've seen compLexity rush Cat, he got 1 frag, 1 round against it, and then all the other rounds he either came up completely empty or something like that. So it's definitely been a little bit tough on him here. It's Mythic again forced to save, so another opportunity for compLexity to work closer to that tie.
So a double save at this point, so technically, especially now that they don't have armor, it should be an easy round for compLexity to take this one, but who knows, 5.7's pistols are so strong these days, it doesn't really mean an eco anymore, but technically it should be 7-6, and then that brings it to a whole new game one more time. They do manage to get the opening onto Anger at long. XP3 is trying to push through this smoke to try to catch one off guard, but crossfire and backup was set by Valence. Sang still trying to even open up the A site. Last one spotted by Valence there through the CT spawn at mid doors. Lex falls down, and just like we said here, 7-6 is our score, and 1 point away from tying things up, and we're going to see XP3 forced in a glass cannon setup.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do with it here. Like I said, he's really struggled so far this half. He's 4-11, so he's definitely had a tough time holding that cat crossover. Maybe we'll see him go into a different position and try something a bit different. Looks like he is maybe heading towards mid initially this round. He try to take a shot through the doors here. Not going to find anything, and he'll just kind of sit here. Now over at long A with Anger, as they do have an NOA up with Pit.
Yeah, and will they be able to catch here Sanks, who's trying to creep across? They're all around dancing through. Can they get the kill? They can't.
Wow.
What?
Good read from Sanks to even know that that was happening. When he saw that he killed the guy from a dude falling down, he knew that there had to be some type of boost going on, so he turns around and gets the second kill. Really good awareness from Sanks, but also crazy that he even got that off in the first place. Now compLexity using that to get out and live with a huge man advantage.
Yeah, at that point, they smoke towards mid double doors. The only thing Anger and XP3 should do right now is try to save, but they're still trying to take control of the CT spawn. Anger is going to be pinned right now. He's cornered inside the CT spawn. Won't be able to save his weapon. It's going to be 7-7, but you know, I missed that POV of what happened towards that middle. I did see it from that minimap. I'm like, okay, it's a 2 versus 1. He's running right through the double doors. He should get the kill. I know that there has to be a flash through there, but at the same time, yeah, it's time to get that EU kind of thing. Yep. The EU pick mid with ops and auto snipers.
I would hate to be Devil Walking Lex right now because you gotta jump across that door. And,
both piece. Now they actually haven't seen anybody cross after, so that's why you already have one rushing inside the B bomb site. It's going to be Valence to take over that area and hold it for now, and soon to be met up with Semphis as well. The ball is making his way at the same time, but as they're pushing through all different angles, they're just getting picked up. But Lex is just around the flank, but a nice smoke to come through to actually hold things off for a bit. He should manage to take out Roka here, but will not. So that is going to be it. 8-7 will be our score here in favor of compLexity, unless nope. Pitt could have pulled a miracle, but that's not going to happen, so unfortunate. I mean, it looked to be such a dominating first half to start things off for Mythic, but at the same time, like we said, Mythic always shows like a strong, dominant start, until one round starts to fall, and then it just shamble up, and then it just can't seem to close it off. And that's been a struggle for a long time here for Mythic ever since they've been on Luminosity.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, on Nomadic, I mean, excuse me, it was Pitt who was really carrying, to be honest here, if we're really taking a look at how things went on Mythic.
Yeah.
I mean, he had several multi-frag rounds. He even made, like, that one impossible, like, 2v4 retake on the B-bomb side. He was a big factor in that. I mean, you can only expect that guy to take you so far before someone else has to step up and make some plays. And, I mean, XP3, one of the main A defenders with that op, was falling left and right. Complexity really able to abuse that side of the map. And once they started getting their rounds together and getting their money in order, and then even towards the B side, we had people like Lex really struggling as well. So it was just, I think, a situation where not all of Mythic was really clicking there. And Complexity was able to abuse it.
Yeah, I think at some point you do have Anger that was able to hold his ground towards long, but that round where he actually pushed aggressively against an eco, that kind of started to turn things around to say, okay, well, Mythic is actually going to be weaker on the A site. I mean, Devilwalk was able to do his part to hold ecos on the B side, but the other times where he was actually forced to rotate out and retake every single time. So you never really saw Devil try to do any holds because he actually always focused towards that catwalk and towards that long area, knowing that XP3 just wasn't landing his shots with the AWP, so they actually had the weaker area there. Pitt, of course, like you said, he's able to get a few kills here and there, but as soon as they take him down, the A side is open for grabs for complexity.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is yeah, Anger might be holding long A and at least, stopping them from being flanked, but when you have so much pressure coming up Cat, you don't even need long A. You can plant the bomb for Cat and just kind of secure that and just force Anger to fall back and retake. And when you have XP3 struggling, they just kind of kept overwhelming that side of the map, once they found their footing. I mean, it was a rough start, but they really got it going there at the end, and now they do have a one-round lead going into the second half. We're in the next pistol round, as we are going to see Mythic gathered up over here towards long A quite a bit. Just default positions for the most part on complexity, though they are pretty weak on the A side. They're focused on mid and B a lot.
Well, Lex actually did the smoke from T-spawn this time to go up on Catwalk. He flashed himself a bit to try to catch a few off guard, but it didn't work. The rest of them are making their way towards long, so they're going to have to try to count on Lex to try to get an opening kill here. So at least he knows that Valence is close, so he just fell off. So Valence is going to know he's close. They're going 1 versus 1. Valence is going to get the kill, but everybody else has already crossed here for Mythic. Pitt at the point is able to tag one, trying to get the first kill for Mythic with success onto automatic. Bomb is now planted. Very safe, but not for anybody here, so they're going to have to play tight inside this A bomb site, so it's going to be tough. A 4-man retake coming through now for complexity coming up on Catwalk. Sanks and Valence drop it into spawn. Pitt trying to hold it off, and they're getting dropped one by one now. XP3 all the way towards long is able to get one long range onto Sempis, onto Valence, 2 versus 1, and now this is where I'm saying it's tough, because they're going to have to fight long range here. It's not really planted for XP3, forced to peek out. Roka gets the headshot. They didn't have the kit. They didn't need it. Sanks gets the kill, and Roka does a little bit of a thrust dance into Sanks' head as he diffuses. But a nice round for complexity on a retake.
Yeah, just a good body block there at the very end to make sure that the fuse could go off, and so complexity come up with it there. Just all in all, just a great pistol round. Valence doing work to catch Lex on Cat, pushing through that smoke. He heard the nade do damage to Lex, so he knew he was there. Was able to plot flash through and grab it and get him a start. And then, yeah, just at the end, winning that 2 versus 1. And there you have it. Complexity taking a little bit bigger lead now.
Yeah, and as they did get a bomb plan here, they're just going for pistols, P250s, Tech 9s, and a Glock in the hands of Lex and company. So what they're going to try to do right now is just go for an all-out push. If they manage to get a plant, they manage to get a plant, which would be nice. If they don't, they'll still be able to buy the next round here on the force buy, but they're hoping to get the first frag coming through inside B, but they have a 2-man hold on complexity side. Roka with the MP9, 1, 2, 3, pistol onto Devilwalk, last man standing lurking out towards mid. He's going to get picked off by Sanks, and that is going to be it. So they will be able to go for this buy here for Mythic here. But again, they won't have the utilities that they want. If they actually did get that bomb plan here, Dust, that was $800 more for them to be able to buy those grenades that would be needed to take maybe a mid-B split.
Right, yeah, just trying to get out of B, but, when you're running through a smoke like that and you have someone playing up close to the SMG, it's going to be a tough time, and Roka comes to the quad kill and shuts it down, so that's going to be that. But Mythic do still have the 4 AKs and 1 Galil. They don't have a lot of utility, but they still have enough to run and execute. This means you can't really throw any fakes. You can't really mess around throwing nades in one spot going somewhere else. You pretty much just have to gather up at one spot and just hit it hard and get the full usage out of all your nades.
Well, they already took one down early there. That's Lex falling inside B tunnels, so he's trying to lurk something, and get something done, but to no avail. The rest of Mythic will have to try to go for a 3-man take here up on this catwalk, but Anger eats that grenade. Nom nom nom, down to 28. Does have the bomb in his back too, but they are running this clock down for complexity. They just seem to know how Mythic's playing this round. So knowing that Lex dies towards B, you saw that first smoke coming through, you saw nades coming through, and a second smoke coming out. So they kind of expect this kind of strat for Mythic.
Yeah, I mean, Mythic are just going to look to throw a smoke here from Pit that's going to do a CT spawn block, so they might try to drop off of Cat and just try to split the A slope and then just do the normal Cat cross as well. And that's kind of what you're seeing them set up for, it appears. As the smokes do begin to deploy, so I believe, yeah, Pit's going to go ahead and drop down and just try to attack the A-bomb side, but gets caught by Automatic and CT spawn.
Wow, and Automatic flashes himself, but another flash comes through from his teammate, and Devilwalk is fully blinded, and he couldn't get that kill into Elevator, and Automatic gets another one onto XP3 at elbow, and Lex was calling a lag out, so I don't know if he just got unluckily picked off there towards B because of a lag issue, but lag or no lag, now that he's back, he's going to have to step it up. 5 and 15 so far here for Mythic on that side. So if he's going to be the one that's going to try to find some information, trying to win some fights 1 versus 1 without really trying to lurk, he's got to be more on point than he is now.
Yeah, that was just a good play there from Automatic, just pretty much shutting down that tactic by catching the Cat drop down. But on this eco, Anger has been able to find the pick on the Valence, and Anger's also found Symphis, so that's a couple of big kills, a couple of guns that'll be able to be collected, and Devilwalk using one of them to get the kill on the Automatic. This is big stuff from Mythic.
Rage mode coming in from Anger right now. He needs to get the team back, bring the morale back. If Pick can't do it, Anger has to do it. Now they will be able to get the bomb plant here. 4 versus 2 situation. One guy making his way up towards the elevator. It is going to be a Roka, and Thanks also as well is going to try to clear up the site, but now there's only going to be one man standing here. It is going to be Roka at this point. Will try to save his gun, but he's going to look for a few exits first, but it's going to be Lex that gets the kill. And finally, when I told him to step up, he gets 2 kills with the AK-47 on an eco round nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a big round to lose if you're complexity. Those are the ones you need to shut out. I mean, you're the one that's had to make the comeback throughout this entire process after the slow start, and they finally did get out there and get a lead, and then you lose a round like that to a P250. That's a little bit tough to swallow if you're cold, but also just a good effort there from Anger to get those 2 picks. Some great shots there, and now they will be fully bought up. XP3 taking that op to long A, misses a shot. No harm, no foul. He'll be able to get out of there.
Lex is making his way towards lower B, but Sanks actually pushed all the way through mid double doors, so they have no idea that he's at lower B right now. And there you go, gets the kill.
Right, so now we are going to be in a 5 versus 4 in favor of Cole, thanks to that pick from Sanks in the lower B tunnels. And Valence has also caught Devilwalk over there at long A, and now people are just falling apart left and right all across the map. As it seemed like somewhere along the way, Mythic just kind of collapsed there after that initial pick went off, and Cole steals one right back, making it 12-8.
Indeed. Now, as I'm casting, you might hear some barking. I apologize. I'm trying to control it as much as I can as I'm doing this, but the 4K is back on that round. I know, but you know, if you actually looked at my Skype, I just clapped for like 5 minutes telling them to shut up because I'm watching after somebody's dog. But the last round before, they actually all picked out 1 by 1 without really trying to move up as a team. And what I'm talking about 1 by 1 was not only towards Catwalk. This is going to be kind of a garbage time going on here. Oh, but never mind. Pit gets a double AK entry all towards middle. Pit then picks up the op against the op kill onto Automatic. And now, because of that, XP3 jumps in front of him and he gets killed by Valence. That's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure he would have had a 4K. But now they clear out the A-bomb, the B-bomb side, sorry, with Lex coming through with that Tech 9. And now the last man starting his side spawn, and XP3 finally picks him off with the AWP. But oh my god, Pit, that was 1 round. That is to remember.
Yeah, that's 2 rounds complexity has now lost this half, where Mythic was either full saving or on a force buy. And it took a big individual from Mythic to make it work. You know, Anger having that big play at long A a couple of rounds ago, and there it was Pit with the AK-47 just going absolutely bonkers. But those are 2 rounds that, you know, like I said, if you're complexity, you're trying to close out this game, you can't lose those kinds of rounds. But yeah, Pit was just incredible there. It's kind of hard to fault complexity for the shots that Pit just hit. I mean, that was just out of nowhere. And now we do have it 12-9. Complexity still out front, but Mythic, you know, still in this game, still keeping it close and making it interesting, especially with some of these force buy rounds they've been able to secure.
Yeah, so what I was trying to say before the round before, I'm not going to say it anymore because I was going to say there was some mistakes going on there, but after that incredible performance by Pit, they definitely redeemed themselves. But I think that, in general, Mythic has to stop trying to go for these flash through the smoke and run through to get these kills because they aren't really working. I think you should just go through the basics right now, as they are able to just go straight head-to-head and get the entry kills when they need to. So I think if they just get support as well for trades, you should see a closer matchup, at least in terms of getting a bomb plant down for either bomb side A or B here for Mythic. So at this point, this is why you're going to still see XP3 with Anger creeping through towards these doors without really any flashes or smokes. XP3 gets picked off, but Anger somehow doesn't manage to get the trade. Automatic survives with 39 HP inside CT spawn. How the hell does that happen? Anger's got to slap himself for that, but at least Devilwalk gets the kill onto Valens, who is pushing up towards long. You do have Saints still watching B with the Mag 7 at this point, but as Devilwalk tries to take more control of the A bomb site, Semphis is waiting with the AWP and gets the pick off. So the last three guys will try to commit up towards this A bomb site, the bomb on the backup pit, and they're going to try to get it done. Semphis, though, still upping towards long, manages to get the first one. He manages to get a leg kill onto a second one here. Gets the kill onto Pit. Will he get Anger at the same time? No, but Anger is down at 12 HP. 1 second left. Not enough for him to come up and pick up the bomb. Hide! Hide! Because you will lose your gun if you get picked off. And he will be able to save this, fortunately. But it's 13-9 in favor of compLexity.
Yeah, compLexity is securing another round there, so now that is, they keep going back and forth, though, and it's because Cole will win these full gun rounds, and then Mythic will force buy up and still find a victory to stay into it, but luckily here, they are going to be able to get another full buyout with AKs across the board and full nade sets, full head armor, so they have pretty much everything they could hope to work with, but they just need to find a tactic that works, because lately, they've just been kind of getting picked apart.
Yeah, they forced some drops here and there for a few of the teammates because I think one of them had at least 8K. So they're going to have to hopefully get something done with this, because if not, the money's reset. You might see a double save if they don't go for a bomb plant. They're going to try to take control of long here, but it's nicely held back by compLexity with a small at the entrance. But Pit, once again, still manages to get the first kill onto automatic. So that's going to put Valens in a tight spot inside Pit, and Devilwalk's going to take him as well. But because of that, they're going to decide to fall back because they know Semphis is still opping towards that A side and also very strong. So they will try to work up towards mid. They spot Sanks crossing over towards CT spawn. Roka should be close as well. That nade and also the spray coming through from XP3 is going to take him down. They're going to come up towards Catwalk. Sanks waiting at the elevator. Gets the first ding onto Anger. Anger needs some support. He's bobbing and weaving, and then he gets a kill onto Semphis, trying to get the second one, but finally gets support there from Lex, because they actually decide to fall back after his settle rotation to move towards B, and Anger will get the kill, pick up the op, and that is a well-executed round there for Mythic in terms of getting those entry frags and winning those fights face-to-face.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, it's being able to get those engagements out at long A, being able to get the picks and get that early 5-on-3 and avoiding Semphis' op, backing off of long A and kind of repositioning and just making sure they secured the round. So well done for Mythic. They're keeping themselves in the race.
Anger flashing up here, just kind of try to sell a fake, but this eco is going to be a stack towards B. Will they walk into this trap so far? They're still playing very... Oh! Oh, okay, at least that doesn't hurt many people there, as Anger just bounced a nade off Lex's big head there, and they had to fall back for a sec, but they're just going to recoup now and still try to play it very slowly. They haven't committed yet because they just want to make sure there's not going to be more of an aggressive stack up on Catwalk or towards long, and finally they decide to commit towards long, but the footsteps will be heard by Valens, so they're slowly starting to rotate out. It's going to have to be Lex right now. Lex is going to hear a lot of them rotate out, and he's going to have to at least try to get one or two here and not lose his AK freely there. But we are creeping up towards long for Mythic. Lex does get the kill inside CT spawn. We're walking through the spawn now. Easy kill onto Valens, but now Lex is still lurking up towards mid. He's soon going to be met up by Sanks at lower B, but they will not be able to get the kill. He's going to turn around and bring that fight, so it's going to be pistol versus AK there. Lex is down to 38 HP, does manage to get the kill at long. It's going to be XP3 watching that flank. It's going to be retaliated back by automatic, but this should be it. Anger should get the kill and save that AWP. And that is now going to be 13-11 in favor of compLexity. The Mythic is slowly closing in this round.
Yeah, being able to catch compLexity on an eco there is definitely going to help Mythic out as they're trying to close the gap, trying to see if they can't tie this back up. They had such a great start to this game, but then they let compLexity recover and take the lead for themselves. But now Mythic are starting to fight back here. They're starting to figure out some things that work. They're getting some entry kills. They're getting some early map control. And then they're playing their man advantage just smart, not making too many mistakes, not giving compLexity a chance to come back. And the fact that Cole is now on a double save is going to do big things for them to keep inching ever closer to compLexity's number 13.
So I like the smokes that Lex keeps throwing here from T-Spawn. At first I said, okay, why would he do that if nobody's really pushing down towards that ramp? He's actually making sure that it covers up towards that entrance, that you're never going to see an op coming through at mid double doors. But at the same time, when they actually do have an op for complexity side, they never pick it from the mid area. It's always Semphis playing towards that A bomb side. So, like I said, they seem to know the way that Mythic's playing so far, but now just finally head-to-head in terms of guns, Mythic is finally taking the upper hand of these, and that's why they're getting the entries. Now Complexity is going to be on another save coming through here, so they managed to take down Valence at the car. It's going to be an easy plant coming through, and it should be an easy hold. Knock on wood here, if I was on Mythic's side, but there you go. Trying to give a 2-minute advantage now as it takes down Roka with the AK-47, but at the rest of this round, we're just going to look for exit kills for Complexity, so they're narrowing it down to a 1-point game in this first map on Dust 2 between these two teams. Dust?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mythic has been able to now win the last 3 rounds in a row. They're just 1 round away from tying this thing up, so we've definitely seen a pretty good turnaround from Mythic, you know, getting back to how they started the game, starting to string some rounds together, starting to make this competitive again, because there was a moment there where Complexity were up like 13-8 or something like that, and I felt that they might just run away with the game, but now we are seeing, you know, a little bit of a resurgence here from Mythic as they are clawing themselves back into it.
Yeah, and Sank's able to save that 5-7 from the last round, so that's already $500 invested, so it's good for him to still be able to keep that for this round here. Smarter for them as well to this time go for small armor, just to manage the economy a little bit better, so they could afford this full op. They could afford as well the utilities that they need, but at the same time, they only have 1 kit here for the team, so... But at the same time, you actually haven't really seen any defuse situation. There's only been 3 in this game overall. So it's all about these gun battles.
Alright, so you see this is boosted up with the op here at the stairs of Catwalk, trying to see if he can find a pick in the lower B, but nothing going to be there. Automatic at the doors will be tested by Pit, but he will find the frag, but Lex will make the quick trade, so down to a 4-on-4 radius. Smith still holds on to this boost. He has spotted one, and he will find the frag. Not going to get greedy, going to back off, and so now we do, in fact, have a 4 versus 3.
Yeah, and that op from Semphis, again, it's not towards the middle. He opted from Catwalk, got the first kill up towards that hold, and the rest of them will be forced to fall back towards the middle for Mythic, except for one. Mythic XP3 is going to try to bring that fight head-on against Semphis. If he manages to get this pick, they're going to rely heavily on XP3 right now. XP3 needs to get the kill onto Semphis to force a rotation of at least 2 guys. He does, and there you go. You see them rotating back from Catwalk, one pushing towards CT spawn. So that's going to leave Roka by himself towards this B bomb site. So now it's up to Roka to try to hold it here, but Anger and Devilwalk can't ask for anybody better here to try to move in and get these kills, aside from Pit, of course, at least for this round. But they should be able to take this one easily here, unless they line up. There's that Molly, so they're queuing away their positions here, so that forces out, but Devilwalk does get the kill onto the platform. We already have one flashing over. It's going to be Sanks already at the doorway. They have no flashes or smokes to work back towards this mid, so they're going to have to go head-to-head here. They're trying to go for the trade, and Sanks puts it back on a 2 versus 1 in favor of the CT side. This time, XP3 connects, picks up the AK-47, but switches over to the knife. Should have kept the AK out, and Valence gets that kill, and again, it was a great play by Mythic to try to take down that B bomb site, but no spokes to help them cross to get that plant down.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were going to have a little bit better chance there as they did get that pick onto Roka, and they had to make an advantage as they came into the B bomb site, but as you said, just not really having the coverage on those retake points, and so Complexity able to kind of use the gap here to be able to get in and get some frags, but a nice op cross kill there from XP3. It's the first one of the game, I think, that we've seen.
It's about time.
Yeah, with those steel doors, they don't happen as often, man, but
yeah.
XP3 does get one there.
But we are asking him to connect a little bit more shots here. He's missing more than he's supposed to. And now that he actually finally manages to pick one at a crucial time, which puts him at a 1-minute advantage. If he wins this one against Semphis, he does wall him through the door. And they're going to try to get through and see if they can get the pick off, but he manages to fall back safely inside the CT spawn. But like I said, if they manage to get this pick right now for XP3 to be in a round, if they do win this round now, that resets Complexity's money one more time, and we might be able to see a 14-14 score in a tied game. So they have to commit as many casualties or as many kills as they can for Mythic for this round here, and not let Complexity save their rounds or the guns. That being said, they need to get the bomb plant first.
We do see Mythic gathering up here inside the B tunnels, including the bomb carrier, which is going to lead Devilwalk. And there is just that one player at B, but he's already begun to drift out as Lex has caused a little bit of disturbance. They're up the catwalk, so he's pulled the rotate that he's wanted. That's allowed Mythic to spill into the B bomb site. Roka has to double back here, and he gets caught. And I mean, this is pretty much over now.
Yeah, and Lex actually knows that Valence is up on catwalk. He hears the footsteps. He's gonna try to get the kill. Valence runs through, drive by AK-47, picks up the FAMAS picks up the AK-47 now. It's a 3 versus 1. Will he be able to save this AK back? So he's at the CT spawn. The bomb is playing a default spot, and we're just holding back on the T side here for Mythic. I think that they should still go for the hunt, as they still. Oh, never mind. Now that Pit gets picked off. It's time for the last two guys to save their guns, and Valence is going to be able to salvage an AWP as well. So this is going to be crucial right now for complexity on the next round.
Yeah, I mean, this is only then they're really going to have to work with. With $1,900 coming in next round, there's going to be just guys just hovering right around the low to mid 2K range, so that's not going to leave you much to work with. So they're just going to have to rely on this op and some upgraded pistols, basically. I may not even upgrade the pistols. I guess it's just going to be the op and some USPs and 1P2K to try to see what it can do. But Sipis will armor up with the op. And Valence also bought armor, I guess evening out the money just a little bit as he had a little bit more than the rest. And they'll also pick up a smoke. They'll smoke mid, try to mask what they're setting up for, and just see if they can't hope that this one hop on Semphis yields some results. Otherwise, it will be a tied-up game at 14 all.
Well, look at it this way. Semphis is +2 so far in the kill deaths, while XP3 is at -5. Definitely connecting more shots than he is against XP3. So that being said, statistically wise so far, as Semphis is connecting a little bit more shots, should be able to hold this if they have to go head-to-head. Unfortunately, XP3 kind of did have the upper hand in the round before, but they're actually going to where Semphis is not at the beginning of this round. They wanted to try to capitalize more on aggressive push at long to start things off,
Right.
But Semphis puts himself back in a better position at car to watch that elbow.
Yeah, he was just using his op to get Valence in positions on the line of defense. Now he'll just back off to be here for the cat crosses. Roka's already gone down, so now he's in main defense, but Anger, oh my goodness, the headshot he just landed. That's going to be, you're going to have to get that guy an ice pack to put on his head after that one. He's got to be steaming after something like that, as he will in fact see the bomb planted there in the site.
Yeah, so they lose the AWP, and XP3 says, all right, I can't hit any op shots. We'll just let the AK get the entries against the op. Just give me the bomb. I'm going to plant instead. At least they managed to get another kill out at long, as Valence is looking for some exits, but we do have now Pit holding back towards Catwalk. Should be able to spot automatic right now, but also being close through by Sang. So the last two guys are now spotted. As he's fading to black, he should be able to tell his team, all right, let's try to hunt him down. Don't let them see the AK, so they managed to take down Sanks, and Automatic is booking it towards that T-spawn to try to hold it off, but they are splitting across and going for the hunt, and I don't think he will be able to at this point. Bomb is going to go off for tied up 14-14. Automatic is now spotted. The nade comes through down to 25, and he's going to be able to hold it. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
And he just barely holds on there, so now it is tied up at 14 also. Game has gone back and forth for quite some time, but now we're back even at 14-14, and complexity still doesn't have a whole lot of money to work with that $2,400 coming in this time around, and it got them in a situation where they can only really afford FAMAS armor on most of their players, and Semphis will just be stuck with the scout here. 53 will take that op over at long A. He needs to win this battle. He should be able to, and he does take the hit, but it's the scout, so he will find the frag, but he does get damaged, but he'll be able to get away, and Mythic has set themselves up with the man advantage here in this 29th round to see if they can't be the first to take a mat point.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. The bait worked perfectly, but you had to be a little bit more accurate with the scout shot there. He puts XP3 down at 29 HP. They managed to get the kills, so they know in terms of positioning that there was at least two guys that long, now made that only one. So that being said, now that they see nobody at mid double doors, it should be a 2-2 setup, but they're setting up for a mid to B. Can they hold it right now inside the B bomb set for the last two guys? That's going to be Sanks and Roka. Sanks falls down, and Roka falls down, courtesy of Lex. And that's going to be the easy plan. Last two guys will have to save this, so that is crazy. What a turn of events at the end of the day in this first map between Mythic and Complexity. If you're looking at the chat on Play CEVO on MLG.tv, there was nothing but lol skins, thanks Mythic, lol skins, thanks Complexity fanboys. But now it could be still anybody's game. We might even still see maybe an overtime if they get lucky on the force buy on the next round.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see here. I mean, Mythic is going to have a slight edge here as they have won the last 3 rounds in a row now, and money is still pretty tight on complexity. They're going to have 2,900 coming in next round, and that's going to leave with some guys, just, I guess, right at 3K. A couple of guys are going to be closer to a little bit better, but it's still not a whole lot, right? I mean, this is the Scout on Roka, some upgraded pistols. It's pretty much, Mythic's round at this point. They're going to go ahead and
opt up
with 4. Yeah, it's their time to do it.
Let's see if they can. So they have, actually, XP3 does have the better long spot to start things up. They spot 3 guys crossing over, so XP3 could get a good position here. Does get the kill onto Valen, so this is a good start for Mythic in this round. Looking to win this first map against complexity. It is 15-14 so far for Mythic. So now the ops are down. They're keeping it back to a 2-man op, 3 AK setup. Actually, Pitt is probably picking it up to lob it across on the top of middle. I've seen Get Right do that, so he probably did the same thing here just to make sure nobody could run across spawn and pick up AWPs, which is smart because they know that complexity is on a force buy with pistols or whatever they can, of course, but definitely not enough to put enough fire damage or firepower to hold the either A or B bomb site.
As we are going to see Mythic gathering up over here at long A and Cat to maybe do some type of A split at this point. They still have that lurk inside the B tunnels, which is going to be Lex, and they're just trying to see if they can find an opening. Automatic will be holding over here at long A. He does have one of the only rifles that his team has got, but he will get down immediately by Devilwalk, so that means that Mythic still have a huge advantage as they keep crossing it out. And here comes the Cat. He finds one as well, and this is not looking good for complexity. I think they're going to concede this map.
Oh yeah, last one is going to be the Scout. He does get the headshot onto Pitt. It is in the hands of Roka. 3 versus 1 now. Devilwalk's still very low at the same time, so he might have a chance, but Devilwalk's rolling back towards long A, so this is going to be a tough beat right now for Roka. And look at that, the Molly's also the whole team hold him back as long as he can. Nice flash, pops up. It's going to be XP3 through the wall, gets the kill, and the first map comes in favor of Mythic over Complexity's map choice of Dust 2.
Yeah, that's the big thing to take into account here is that Complexity picked this map. This is a map they've been playing a lot throughout the season, so they definitely had the familiarity on it, but they've continuously struggled to win games on it. And so that's something to maybe think about if you're Complexity to really try to figure out what's going wrong on this Dust 2, because they have quite a few losses on it in recent times. And now we move on to Overpass. It'll be Mythic's map choice, a map we just saw them beat Luminosity on just yesterday, I believe it was, or Saturday, in that I by Power tournament. They looked really good on it, whereas we've never seen Complexity with this 5 even play this map yet. So it's definitely a situation where Mythic's going to be a bit favored. And it's a situation where we could see a win tonight from Mythic rather than a tie or a loss, and that's going to be good news for them going forward. But we will take a quick break. When we come back, we will have that second map live for you, so definitely stay tuned.